It is the 34th century and humanity has spread across the stars in an age of unparalleled technological marvel. Yet, despite this wondrous advancement, mankind lives in a time of corporate and political subjugation, where low value is placed upon many human lives. However, those with the capability live a life of the elite. The path to the fourth millennium was not an easy one. Fraught with difficulty and hardship, there were many hurdles that humanity had to overcome before staking their claim upon the galaxy. Leaving Earth's orbit was prime among these. Meanwhile, the 2020s led to deep concern on Earth's climate, and the 2040s descended into a third global war. A decade of conflict and immense loss of life and environmental damage gave rise to open rebellion, and the wars were finally abandoned. Now the corporations took the opportunity to rise to power. Once again, humanity turned their collective eyes towards the stars, manning missions to Mars, and eventually across the entire solar system. By the year 2100, mankind had finally settled upon Mars. However, this was but just the start of life among the stars, as technology was rapidly propelled forward with the discovery of hyperspace. Across the next few decades, humanity's place within the galaxy slowly but surely began to shift. The ways of war, however, had not been forgotten. The first space-based conflict took place over rights in the asteroid belt. Meanwhile, by 2130, hyperspace-capable probes were sent to all nearby star systems, and before long, manned spacecraft were sent to Tau Ceti. The theory that humanity could live among the stars was proven with the establishment of a colony upon Tau Ceti III, and thus the race for the stars began. The focus upon the home system was never abandoned, however, as by 2070, the first attempt to terraform Mars was undertaken. Towards the end of the 22nd century, life was discovered upon the world known as Delta Pavonis, and, in the very same year, was made extinct due to an invading bacterial infection. Despite this, soon more life was discovered in other star systems. It seemed that life was spread all throughout the galaxy. However, at least up until this point, humanity had not encountered any other intelligent life forms. We stood then seemingly as an intelligent race alone in the vastness of the universe. Perhaps because of this, or perhaps because of our innate nature, our progress never halted, it never faltered, and this progress had rooted us firmly across the galaxy, the threat of human extinction now all but gone. Even with our race's many successes, Earth was still suffering from centuries of environmental abuse. Whilst the terraformation of Mars proved too difficult, Earth began a program of recovery. However, the lessons learned on Earth had not been carried across the galaxy. On Tau Ceti III, the colony's way of life continued to cause extinctions to indigenous life. Earth threatened to step in and control the situation by force if necessary. By the mid-23rd century, the need for an interstellar system of governance became apparent. Whilst not everyone was keen on the idea or indeed willing to sign up, many of the larger populations nonetheless joined together. Earth, Tau Ceti, Delta Pavonis, Altair, and Beta Hydrae formed the Federation. It was at this time that the second attempt to terraform Mars began, and during this period a most shocking discovery was made. Upon Mars was located a non-human artifact, and thus we at last had confirmation that other intelligent life existed within the galaxy. Whilst it was not proof that this life still existed, it proved nonetheless that we were not completely unique. The end of the 23rd century saw one of the most massive changes within the solar system for perhaps millions of years. With the completion of the Mars terraformation project, there now existed 2 inhabitable worlds within the solar system. And thus we arrive at the dawn of the 24th century. For more details on the history of the timeline of Elite, be sure to check for the second part of this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.